quintessential community for you of clients, right? So, people work best with certain types of people, right? Not everyone who I enjoy working with, you would enjoy working with, and vice versa. So, you can actually apply this same series of questions to yourself. This is the exact questions that I use actually when working with people. I, used to do much more of this than I do now. So these are the kinds of questions that I would ask folks when, kind of, reaching out to a new client, right? So, what does your ideal client already buy? Like, you want to ask somebody that who is selling something in your local community, right? Or is selling something in a niche, vertical, market, industry that you're consulting in, or you're building a microsite in, or whatever. Who do they buy it from? Do you offer this now, right? You want to ask this of people that are, potentially going to be working with you. What do you do really, really well? Again, you can ask yourself these questions, which I certainly do. I turn the microscope of inquiry into my own, direction, right? To say, what am I, what do I do really, really well? And am I communicating this as clearly and as confidently as I can, when I'm talking to people like yourself, or watching this, or in our, course cohorts, and if I'm not, why not, right? But you can also use this in your own client work. So if you're doing client campaign work, these are questions that you're going to be able to ask your audience, your clients, is really, really going to position you as, kind of like an expert in your field, right? What is the number one problem your clients? Again, imagine yourself asking this to folks that you're working with. What is the number one problem that your clients struggle with? And then here's a mad lib that I really like doing. People in my niche, market, vertical, etc., suck at X, but if they only knew Y like me, they'd have all the Z they need to succeed, right? So you can use these sorts of things with your clients to really get them thinking about ways in which working with you is going to elevate and expand their own brand and business. All right. So again, I'm going to start publishing these. This is already live now, and you can actually use these either for your own kind of self inquiry or own kind of business audit, and you can also use this with clients. That you can actually send them to the URL, or you can, if you don't want to send them to the website, you can simply, just kind of go over this on a phone call. Or the other thing I'm going to be doing is creating printable workbooks for all these as well. So you can actually send these workbooks to your clients when you're part of our coaching community. All right, so that's coming. I have not yet done this last piece, the printable workbook piece. There actually are printable workbooks, but they're not good enough yet for my liking. I'll actually show you the printable workbook so you can see it. So this is what they look like now. And then you can simply export this down here at the bottom, but I'm going to make a much better workbook for folks in our community. So you can actually send these to your audience if you so choose. You don't have to, obviously, but if you want to, and they'll have, like a really, much more premium sort of design. Okie doke. Hope this is helpful. I'm really looking forward to implementing this, like going into very, very step-by-step strategies going forward with, very, easy ways of being accountable. So, that, if you didn't do this step, it's unchecked, right? It needs to be done. And you'll have a very clear path forward with all of the strategies that we're working on together. Okie doke. Thanks so much for listening. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. If you have questions and you're part of our agency accelerator cohort, feel free to ask. If you're watching this on YouTube, which I'm also probably going to post, you can ask me something in the comments, and if I can get to it, I'm happy to help.